Hi, folks. Welcome in. Seven Rivers Racing here on KQEG TV. Next couple of weeks, we decided to take the show on the road and film them here at the Crosse Speeday. We are in between the Eve of Destruction, which was simply outstanding. Once again, you're going to hear some of the guys setting up behind us, and we're going to lead you all the way into Oktoberfest. Our guests are going to include Chuck Deary, the general manager and promoter of the Speedway, to talk more about Oktoberfest, hoping to get Greg McCarnes in out of the Rockford Speedway. He is instrumental in getting this Oktoberfest race weekend in and underway, along with Chuck Deary. Jack Lichheim is going to join us in the next couple of weeks. He is about set to take the Sportsman Championship, coming off that thrilling race in one of the best races we've had out here at the Crosse Speedway against Troy Rave. Another gentleman that came back out after some bumps and bruises last year and put on some thrilling shows himself is my guest in the program today. That would be Mr. Calm, Cole Howland. Cole, how are you, buddy?
Good, Dan. How are you doing?
So, no, are you liking the nickname?
Yeah, I like it. I hope all the fans like it, too.
If you listen to Cole talk, he's a very intelligent young man. And I was thinking I need a nickname for this guy. And so I would wander up and down the pit areas, and I could never come up with a nickname. But then I remembered doing a radio interview with him on WKTY here a couple of weeks ago. He's so laid back, and his voice is so laid back, and he's never intimidated. And when he gets out of the race car after winning a feature win, he's never boasting. And I'm like, this guy's so calm. I'm like, that's going to be Mr. Calm, Cole Howland. So next year, if he gets shirts made with the Hot Shot cards, Mr. Calm has got to be on there.
All right, most definitely.
Well, of course, let's take you back a couple of years. Back in 2007, 2008 realm, you were no stranger to the La Crosse Speedway, but it was way before you jumped into a late model. You were putting some seat time down in a different version of a race car.
Yeah, we ran 2 part-time years in the Midwest Super Truck Series, which was really cool. We were able to travel around all sorts of different tracks in Wisconsin, Minnesota. We ran at high-profile tracks such as Iowa Speedway, Milwaukee Mile, Madison International Speedway. Of course, here at La Crosse. That was the truck, but, it was still built from ground up for racing. So, that really, was able to help me get a lot of experience before we came out here for my rookie year racing late models in 2009.
Now, what made you shift gears to go from a truck? Because I think you're the only driver here at the La Crosse Speedway, as long as I've been here, that's had truck experience first and then had some experience here jumping into a late model. We
live really close to the Speedway, and it's always, great racing. We have some awesome competition here right in the late model division. So, we just wanted to, keep racing close to home. It really saved on money. That traveling, it gets really expensive. And just, the overall competition here at La Crosse Speedway is a lot more competitive, I guess I should say. And so, we just been racing here since 2009. We really enjoy it.
Cole Howland joining us on the program on Seven Rivers Racing. The similarities between driving a truck and a late model.
It really is similar. The trucks, it sits up just a little bit higher from the ground. And the late models, they're a little bit lower center of gravity. They can cut through the corners a little better. But in an overall perspective, they're both, racing vehicles, and you really got to get up on the wheel if you want to be fast in them.
Speed-wise, do they compare pretty well?
Oh, yeah, real well. Motors are pretty similar from what we were running. But, like I said, we were racing at the Milwaukee Mile and Iowa Speedway, so I was getting up to, 130, 140 miles an hour.
You guys get to really open it up,
yeah.
Especially when you get up to that Iowa Speedway.
Yep.
And that's a track that hasn't had a lot of truck racing there in the past.
No.
I know this year they had a couple of Craftsman Truck Series of races on the schedule there. They have one coming up here at the end of the month, I think, as a matter of fact, when the ASA runs with the Nationwide Series. And it gives you a better chance to really know what you've got behind the wheel when you're opening it up at somewhere like Iowa.
Yeah, no kidding. And another thing, traveling at these different tracks, it really helps improve on my driving sets, my driving skills. Instead of, just racing at the same track weekly and, mastering that track, I can pick up on different driving aspects racing at different tracks as well, and especially at faster speeds like that.
So we'll go to 2009, the rookie season for Mr. Calm, Cole Howland. At that time, were you responsible by AG's Hot Tubs? They're still on the car this year. Talk about your first year out here. Was it what you had expected?
It was a lot more work than what I have expected. Like I said, we raced two part-time seasons, and then in 2009 when we came out here, it was a full summer of racing, week in and week out, 19 races or however many that we do in a year. We had a pretty well season. Got Rookie of the Year. My best finish in the feature was a second. We didn't get the first career victory till this year, the fourth season out at the Speedway, but the Rookie years overall is exactly what I expected.
Mr. Cole Howland joining us on the Seven Rivers Racing Show here on KQEG TV. On the other side of this break, so Cole Howland came out in 2009, nailed on Rookie of the Year. 2010 had some growing pains. Last year had some serious growing pains as a stub knocked Cole out almost past the midway portion of the season. And in talking with Cole and his father, he was on a mission this year, not only to complete the entire race season, kind of duty-free, I guess you want to say, but getting some feature wins as well. And 2010, we'll go back to real quickly, some more growing pains.
2010, that was a rough season. We didn't get to finish that season off. I remember I hit the inside wall coming out of corner 4 pretty hard. But, I mean, that was just, kind of a summary of the season. We weren't really competitive. We did get some heat wins. But, come 2011 then, we were really happy that we were able to put together a solid season, like my dad and I know that we can run. And
Cole is no stranger to the Turn 3, Turn 4 wall area because it was back-to-back seasons. One season earlier than the other that Cole had something break, and that Turn 3 wall was coming a lot quicker and did some destruction to his race car. When we come back, we're going to talk more about last year and what a success Cole has had this year and future plans for Mr. Cole Howland as we are at the Crosse Speeday. They're tuning up behind us for the Eve of Destruction. This is Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.